Okay, I'm live here on YouTube. This is the Rev, and this is sort of like coffee with the Rev. one of my one of my shows. I'm not on the radio today, so I am here talking to you guys. And what I want to talk about today is I want to improve, and probably several of you out there are saying, "Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. How am I going to do it?" Okay, all the gurus, the experts, leaders, they've been talking about improving individuals for hundreds and hundreds, well, thousands of years. it's it's just a natural thing. Everybody mostly wants to improve and be better than they are. If you're using current day, if you say you play football, you want to be the best football player you can be. If you play tennis, you want to be the best tennis player you can be. And golf, one of my son-in-laws likes golf. Okay, how do you get better at golf? Watch the guys that are the professionals that are like super fantastic at what they do, their swing, their stance, how they grip their clubs, and duplicate that. Not mimic, but duplicate that. Practice that swing or that stance till you get it down pat, and you'll see sometimes significant, and most of the time gradual improvement in your golf game. So, whatever it is that you want to improve at, maybe you're a cook or a chef, and you're thinking, man, that lady or that guy, man, they do such a good job on cook. I wish I knew how to cook like that. Well, look up recipes, follow them, watch them, see how they do what they do. What touches do they do that you haven't been doing? Uh, if any of you out there know a good recipe for Hasselback potatoes, please send it because that's something I want to practice on. Hasselback potatoes. Anyway, let me get on here. I'll get carried away. So you wonder, why isn't everyone, I mean everyone, a success if for thousands of years leaders and significant people and gurus and experts and teachers and scholars have been teaching success principles? Well, the big thing is, if you want to be successful and somebody shares or teaches you a principle, you've got to do it. Oh yeah, you have to take action. It is not going to drop out of heaven and go plop. Okay, success is in your lap. That's not the way it works. Sorry. Anyway, no, really, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry to be the one that has to tell you that. There's no magic pill or ritual. Some people think if I do this certain ritual, I'm going to. No, there is nothing that can make you successful except you practicing in whatever venue it is techniques that are either proven successful or you have found that they are successful, and you do those over and over and over and over and over again. Uh, Not in a ludicrous way, but I mean, you work, you strive to become better. And most people become a little bit better every day. Just living and reading books, you can watch videos, go to seminars, workshops. It's worth the money to go to those workshops and seminars. No, don't care how much it costs. If you can figure it in your budget, go to it. If you can't figure it in your budget, get the video or get the CD or get the book so that you can improve yourself. If you aren't reading a minimum of 8 minutes a day in a success book or watching at least 15 minutes a day of teaching or success type videos, then you're shortchanging yourself. You don't believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do anything. I'm telling you. I've worked with a lot of people over the years. I would say I've interacted with thousands of people. And the key ingredient in everyone that became a success was they focused on techniques that were proven to work and did them consistently, day after day after day, until blip, they were successful. You know, if I can remember this correctly, years ago I read about when you first start doing something, you are consciously unsuccessful. you, hey, I'm not doing so good at this. And then as you work on that and you become more comfortable with it, you become consciously successful. First you're unsuccessful. Then you think, hey, I'm kind of getting the hang of this. This is pretty good. I'm not so bad at this after all. So you become consciously successful. So you cruising along there and you think, hey man, I'm consciously competent. I'm doing all right. At some point, you will become unconsciously competent, unconsciously successful. You've gotten so good at it, you don't even realize what you're doing that's making you successful. It's just a progression. That's just the way life kind of works. And so when you're in the consciously unsuccessful, incompetent phase, don't worry about that. Think, I'm going to practice till I get better. And when you get to the consciously successful phase or consciously competent phase, don't get the big head. Don't go thinking, man, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, because you're looking for a fall. I hate to tell you this, but you really are. Just keep doing what you're doing. People will recognize that. And at some point, you will become unconsciously competent, unconsciously successful. And at that point, it's like riding a bike. I mean, you see these kids that started off wobbling around on the bike, or they had training wheels, and then they took the training wheels off and they fell over and got a few scrapes and bumps. But now they're going down the road, don't even have their hands on the handlebars, looking at their phones and watching where they're going at the same time. Okay. They're unconsciously competent. So those are steps that naturally take place, and there's not much you can do about it except do it. And that's the key thing. So I've heard people say, oh man, success was so easy for them. Okay, who is this them? How much do you know about them? Do you personally know them? What did they do that was so easy and just brought instant success? Well, get the story about them, and then let's talk. There are no instant successes. I don't care who you are, where you come from. When you start searching the backstories, man, you're going to find challenges, struggles, sometimes physical or mental, emotional disabilities, poor self-image, doubts about themselves, a lot of study, a lot of practice. And then they became instant successes. Read about Michael Jordan. I forget how many. He got up hours before he went to school and practiced. And practiced. And practiced. So success takes work. Yes, it does. It's not pie in the sky. It's not cherries without pits. It takes work. If what you do is, or what you want to do is something physical, then get your body in shape for that, the physicality of that. If what you want to do is mental or, requires a lot of knowledge, study, pursue education, do whatever you got to do to find out how the best way, what to do to accomplish that. Stephen J. Cannell, I think is how you pronounce his last name. He wrote, A-Team, all these other great shows he came up with through the years. He was dyslexic. Yes, he couldn't read or write normally, like most people. There are some people that are dyslexic. It's something about the wiring of the brain. So he struggled to write, but he did. And then he'd have somebody look at his writing to make sure it said what he intended for it to say. Then he would present it. Multi-millionaire came from nothing. So when I hear people going, oh, if I wasn't, let's use dyslexic. If I wasn't dyslexic, I could write better. But see, my disability prevents me from, communicating in an understandable way. That's not true. It's an excuse. It's an excuse to not go and do the extra effort to ensure that what you write or what you're saying comes out the way you want it to. You can train yourself to do better. This is a good one. I had a friend one time talking about, you can get up in front of people and talk and everything. And I said, I couldn't always do that. But anyway, they said, I could never do that. I said, well, yes, you can. Well, how? I don't know how to do that. I'm scared to death to get up in front. I'm petrified. I just stand there and I'm dumb-mouthed. Well, take a communications course at your local college. You can audit those for free. Get a book on communication. Join a Toastmasters group. Or if you go to church, at your church group, offer to share, I don't know, your favorite recipe or your favorite fishing technique that you use to catch whatever kind of fish is in your area. There's all sorts of things that you can do. You can stand up in front of the mirror and do a little 5-minute talk, and there's nobody there but you. But you look at your mouth, look at your eyes, your facial expression. Do you frown? Are you scared? Are you timid? Smile. Your whole face will work towards achieving a positive persona that you present. Well, success is also earned, and there's no specific thing I can tell you other than if you do consistently things to improve yourself, you will earn success. You don't become a success by people give you a chance or go easy on me because of my disability or my race or I've been disadvantaged or blah, blah, blah. That's all baloney. All of it's baloney. You must set a goal. You must plan out how you're going to achieve that goal and take action steps to work that plan. 3 simple steps. Set a goal, make a plan to reach that goal, then do those steps to get that goal. Well, real success comes from acknowledging and taking responsibility for where you are and who you are. Then, after you accept the core truth of that, begin to take and make the changes necessary to help you accomplish what it is you want to do in the first place. Okay, let me read this from my weekly digest this week. Take charge. Stop bewailing your circumstances and do something positive to change it. Take note. Be aware of your thoughts. Oh boy, your thoughts can destroy you and destroy your success. Evaluate how can you best approach the steps that you've written out to accomplish those dreams, those goals that you want to accomplish. Seek if your first attempts aren't getting results. Okay, don't keep doing them. Change and do something different. And I don't mean do it once and wasn't successful. If you do something, I don't know, 10 times and you aren't seeing success, modify it. You don't have to modify it a great big amount. Modify it some. See where you are with your whatever you're trying to achieve. If you're cooking chicken fricassee and the first 10 attempts didn't come out so great, check over that recipe again. See if there's anything you're not doing or something you're overdoing, and then try it again. Make modest changes and you will get a better result. So that's the biggest thing I can think about is whatever you do, make modest changes. Don't make big changes. Don't make big life decisions. Make small steps lead to big results. There's a saying I heard like 30 years ago, inch by inch, anything is a cinch. That's true. If you do little steps at a time, you will become successful to whatever degree you're able to become successful at whatever you're trying to do. So that's it. This is November 9th, 2020. Man, you guys make it a terrific week, and I'll see you next time.